let us know who you'd like to see on the show. You know, tweet us, let us know. I know, don't say Brady, like Brady, like. What's up, everybody? We're back. Double coverage with the McCourty twins. It's been a little while. You know, we had the Thursday night game coming off Sunday's win. We apologize. We apologize. But we were busy. Yeah, we like to be here every week, but you know, we still got other jobs to do. Yeah, I guess so. That's the one. That's the one that actually pays. So we don't want to mess that up. And as always, you can find us the audio version on iTunes. Just go in there, search. Mama, we made it. Double coverage with the McCourty twins. Check out YouTube for the video episodes. If you want to see what two good-looking guys look like, you can check it out. Future models, you can see us on GQ Style. I doubt posing for Jack Victor. I doubt your wife would agree. I think that was a September edition. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's posted on our social media. Check that out. Yeah, GQ Style magazine. No, stop. Anyway. As always, check us out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at McCourty Twins. We're on there. We're posting family stuff, all that type of stuff. We need everybody to lock into this next section, though. Shout out Boston Medical, Next Step, Embrace Kids Foundation. We got a huge event coming out October 22nd. McCourty Twins Tackle Sickle Cell Casino Night at Royale in Boston. It's going to be a great night. We got tables set up. You'll be able to win Bill Belichick signed hoodie, Tom Brady signed jersey. We'll have some vacation spots. Could I win we'll have hoodie? Josh Gordon. We'll have the Gronk, Edelman. A ton of jerseys everywhere. Even if you want this guy's jersey, you come shake hands with some of the top guys. I may have to make that at the house. I don't think that's like in the pro shop or anything. Go like that sometimes. But TackleSickleCell.org. TackleSickleCell.org. All the information. Get your tickets. If you want to sponsor, you come sponsor too. We got some sponsor packages. Get you nice VIP section. We'll never turn that away. Yeah, get your nice VIP section. Make sure the players come right to you. And we'll have some Lombardi trophies there. You want to kiss the trophy. Some rings. Oh, we're kind of stepping out of Jason's lane now. You're getting out of my realm of things in which I know about. 2018, you're here. Good job. Yeah, you've been doing a good job. Yeah, I appreciate it. We move on past the stuff I don't know about. Yeah, okay. I mean, hopefully someday. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. We'll let you take the next topic. Yeah, we got Kyle Van Noy. He has an event coming up, sponsored by Rolls-Royce. We did a segment on Quick Slants with KV. And he was terrible. It got cut out. Yeah, it got edited out. They didn't even put locker room talk in there, but we're talking to KV, and we figured this is a good chance. Puppa's event. Hey, KV. He doing us a favor coming on, so we got you. We got an event. You got an event coming up. Tell the people about it. I don't know the exact address. It's 2 Mondays from now. So we'll do a better job of pubbing his event. It's his second annual Celebrity Server presented by Rolls-Royce. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. He's been driving a Rolls-Royce if you see him around Foxborough. Can't beat it. October 15th, 6 p.m. It's at, what's this? Herb Chambers, Rolls-Royce Motors. It's a private event, though. Private event. Yeah, it's a private event. Well, but I did want to tell people why he has his foundation. If you don't know, Kyle was adopted. He was in foster care, so now he has a foundation, Van Noy Valor Foundation, which supports kids that go through foster care and adoption, raising money for them, helping them education-wise. So great foundation. I did this Celebrity Server event last year when it was at Skipjack. Shout out Pete, manager at Skipjack's at Patriot Place. Check it out if you haven't been. Are you getting paid for that? Nah, Pete's elite though. Okay. Pete's elite. We was just there Monday for date night. We was just there. Yeah. But check that out. Go to the website. You go to the website and donate. Snow Mountain Roll was good. Can you tell them the website? Okay. Donate? We're still okay. Van Noy Valor Foundation.org. Say it again. Always say it twice. Van Noy Valor Foundation.org. I'm making sure I speak clearly when I give out. You could go donate, help him out. Great cause. Very lucky guy. Great family. Great wife. Shout out Marissa, making Kyle look good. So. Yeah, making him better because he's a really ugly guy. That's not important. You had a weekend off. Thursday night game. You had a weekend off. What'd you get in? Oh yeah, we even got Friday off too. Well, dude got mad at me. Dude is Duron Harmon because when I did an interview after the game, I was like, yeah, this is like a big weekend. You try to go somewhere and do something. I said, but this guy Duron wanted to have a baby shower on Saturday, so now I got to put that in. And he kind of got at me a little bit, but it was a good time. There's a lot of controversy around baby showers, though. Like Mama Mac, she tell me about it. She's big on you only have a baby shower for the first baby. Well, forget that. She's big on it's for women.
Baby showers are for women.
She don't understand why we go.
It's for women.
We should.
But this wasn't a baby shower. Let me not say that. It was a name reveal.
Yeah,
it was a name.
It was
reveal.
a good time.
It was a little different. No gifts and stuff. We brought books. Educate little man.
Regardless of the baby shower, just in general of the name reveal. Sorry,
because Christine will get us.
Yeah, that's why.
If she watched it, she will get us.
That's why I'm picking my words.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't want to get in Christine's Duron's wife. I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm just saying, your opinion. Not talking about the name reveal. Talking about Joe Smith has a baby shower for his 5th kid. Are you attending? Are you taking a gift?
I'm attending.
How do you feel?
I'm attending and bringing a gift. It's 2018, bro. You can't be stuck off ways from your mom back in the 80s, bro.
Now pick your words wisely, because mommy may watch the show too.
I'm just saying, but she knows. You know what I mean? We're truth tellers. We're built the same.
Oh, you're saying me and you? Or?
No, me and Miss Mama Matt.
Truth tellers.
You're not built like us.
Truth tellers built the same. I guess that's
ask her about it. We'll have her on one of these days.
That's a new slogan. But the coolest part of the weekend, I know my 2-year-old son Caden would say, was
can we tell him about the name reveal first? Like, we had a good time.
It's not my info to share.
I'm just saying though, D Harm had oysters there. There's not many events you go and they got free oysters. I'm just saying, it was free oysters there.
Yeah, it was.
Me and my wife, we racked up, and it was elite. It was at Porto at the Prudential Center. I'm shouting out everybody. I was about to say,
you're just plugging everybody. Hopefully a free meal comes.
I mean, maybe, but I'm not gonna lie. Porto brought the oyster game strong.
Well, I drove around the block 3 times trying to find some parking. So
you was in Boston, bro.
And
another good thing, had Cardi B's DJ in there. I didn't get his name, so
that's a name. That's a pointless plug.
But it just shows the big timeness of the Harmons.
Just so people know, we're still in Dev's basement. His daughter's upstairs running around.
They can't hear that.
I just hear, but I'm letting them know. That's why you hear feet. We
got to get the kids on here one time. Like, bring them in at the end.
I was about to say, are you attempting to
bring them in at the end and sit them down. We'll bring in the couch. Actually, my chair still feels pretty good after having Vince in it. You never know how a chair do after having a guy like Vince in it, but
that was pretty good because that wasn't scripted.
Yeah,
like you just thought of that.
Shout out Muckle Sports keeping us right. Made sure that they bought really comfortable, stable chairs
that can withstand some tough pressure.
317. Well, that was the day he got there. He was 2 days in up here, so he might have been eating good. You know what I mean?
Can I move on?
Yeah, you can move on now.
You done?
You can move on now. I mean, the star of the show got to shine. You know.
So, Sunday afternoon, instead of sitting on the couch watching football, we made our wives happy.
Wait, you do something other than just sit and watch football? That's impressive.
Yeah, people don't know that.
I'm blocking my face. That's not what the people.
That's what the people want. But anyway, we drove down to Connecticut, Dinosaur Place, 1.5-hour drive for me with 3 kids in the back. It was so-so, half the ride was good, the other half the ride.
I only had 1 kid.
The youngest was crying, but she got over it. They all ended up falling asleep right when we got to the place.
What'd you watch? What was on the screen in the car?
What were they watching? I think they were watching Leapfrog.
We came with the throwback.
What'd you watch?
With Sebastian.
Are you serious?
Little Mermaid. We watched Little Mermaid. Like, shout out Ariel. Shout out Ariel.
Is this new for you?
Kev was ready to put me on the correction.
We need our errors paid. Yeah, definitely. But no, Dinosaur Place was really cool, man. My 2-year-old son is in love.
What's his favorite dinosaur?
He has 2 now.
Really?
Triceratops. And pterodactyl.
He's not gonna like you made fun of.
That's how I'm not making fun of him. I'm just trying to quote him. That's what he said. I went home today, and I guess my wife, she claimed the kids needed more clothes. There was a big bag of clothes from a children's place, and apparently they had a sale. Who knows? Either way, I come home.
He got a lot of kids' clothes.
He like, Daddy, look, I got a new shirt. Dinosaur, Triceratops. And it was like Triceracool, like the Triceratops had sunglasses on.
That's
not
funny.
that. Yeah,
I mean, that's dope.
I don't know if I'd rock it, but it's obviously he was literally attempting to take off the shirt that he's been wearing all day to put on the brand new shirt. But
yo, you said your wife bought a bag full of clothes, but here when we detail what we want today, you put down washing clothes.
You said we talked about what we do this weekend.
So you wash clothes.
As soon as we got back from the Dinosaur Place, between Sunday evening and Monday morning, I was just washing loads of kids' clothes.
That goes to show you, no matter how well you play on Thursday night, no one cares.
No one cares.
You come home.
But the truth of the matter, in my house, I'm the organized one. So it benefits the household.
Can't wait till we get the
It benefits the household for me to do the laundry, especially the kids' laundry. Because like my wife's like as amazing as she is, you know.
Ooh,
when she
when he said that, we about to get the butt.
When she does the laundry, it could be a week process. Like stuff's folded, but it's not put exactly where it needs to go, or stuff's in the dryer, it's washed, it's dry.
My wife, she's
but
awesome.
I'll get to that tomorrow.
She's awesome at washing clothes.
There was just a load upstairs when I got here.
You see, I got my fingers crossed. Sometimes you gotta throw some things in there, make them happy.
We did hit a new breakfast spot I've never been to out here too.
He never been.
Amber Road, was that the name of it?
Yeah.
Amber Road, amazing.
And Canton.
Amazing.
Dang, but this shout out we gotta get. We probably go back Tuesday, huh? Not if we drop the kids off at school.
Not if the wait's that long.
It won't be that long on a Tuesday morning.
Man, we just walking up and down the street with the kids because they don't want to.
Well, it was also our fault. We went there with what?
Brunch time,
but we went there with seven people and 2 high chairs. Can't nobody seat you with that.
Stop having kids.
You got 3, bro. I only had 1 kid with me. My other kid was here. He only eats bottles and little baby food.
Yeah, but see what you fail to realize.
What do I fail to realize?
How many times have you been in the playoffs in your career?
Every year.
When you're not going to the playoffs,
you have babies.
There's a lot of down, idle time, and like you're married. Next thing you know, 30 years old, you got 3 kids, 4, 5, and under. So
I've heard more kids than that. So you're not doing that bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, I enjoy them.
That's what you do on vacation.
And there's a lot of vacation
in January, you go on vacation. Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
I'm not knocking you. If you're not going to go to the playoffs, what better way to celebrate a successful season? Well, a season than having a baby.
Want to say successful is
well, it's just depending on how you
gauge that.
Did you finish healthy? Did you count as successful? I don't know.
Yeah.
Around here, as you found out from week 2 and 3, we don't really value that as successful.
The one good thing was we bounced back in weeks.
Last I take an L, but I bounced back. Shout out Big Sean. Tonight I bounced
you
back.
Went from in the beginning of the show, you're a future model, and I'm assuming now you're attempting. You got your hat on backwards.
I'm not a rapper.
So now you're attempting to be a rapper.
You can't on camera go with your hat forward, and then I got bad hair day. So
yeah, it is time. It is time.
Now you made me lose my train of thought.
I got you. Like you said.
Oh, I'm not a rapper. I'm awesome at karaoke though. I think I've said this before on here. Chung Changing Lives, when he used to have those karaoke nights, I was amazing.
What was your go-to song?
Whatever you needed. The
Could
last
you give
one,
us a memorable
the
one
last one, me and my wife opened up with Usher and Alicia Keys, My Boo.
Sample?
Awesome. I'm just sample for free.
Quick.
I think Duron's actually trying to put together a karaoke night.
Quick 5 seconds?
Nope. So if you want to hear me sing, you need to pull up and buy some tickets.
Hit that?
Oh, it don't sound like that. It don't sound like that. Wow.
But like you said, we bounced back. After 2 losses, came back at home versus a Miami team that was rolling. Was 3-0. Came here, we came back home.
Got a dub.
Was able to
play well both sides of the ball.
Definitely.
Complimentary.
Definitely. I think it was big for us, especially on defense, just getting off the field.
Yeah.
That was something we struggled with the prior 2 weeks.
Some turnovers. That's
doing
big.
better on third down. Yeah, definitely. You know, they fumbled a snap. KV was able to take it. My guy Gerald J.C. Jackson got his first interception. That's always special. You see, you remember back to what was your first interception? You talked about it here. Peyton Manning?
Nah.
Oh, no. I got you.
My guy.
Phillip Rivers. In San Diego on the roll. I remember that.
Yours is Eli Manning?
Yeah.
Tip drill. Hey, I saw that on Instagram.
I was just about to bring
They were talking about left-handed throws after
Patrick Mahomes. He just made a
We'll segue to Mahomes later.
Well, he made an awesome left-hand throw, and they went through the history of Eli threw one in the red zone.
Dang, that's not bad. Both our first interceptions.
I was like, that's me.
Both our first interceptions, Hall of Famers.
Yeah, definitely.
Too bad that don't lock you in.
No, I don't. It don't do nothing for me.
Be like that sometimes.
I'll be here one day, gone the next.
Don't do nothing for us.
But I'll be bragging. Somebody will be talking. I'll be somewhere on my couch.
Talk about Eli. You
watching
like,
football.
You know what happened when he threw that left hand pass.
Yeah, somebody will be out there getting burned. I'll be like, man, if I was out there, they'd have been covered. And then somebody gonna throw my footage on. It's gonna be another story. But then Thursday, following up from that Miami game,
what the old guys love, no practice. And then you go play Thursday night. I'm for it. No practice.
That could be debated.
Oh, you just said you felt great. Only difference is some very sloppy football out there.
That can be debated.
It's very sloppy at times.
It's hard to bounce back that quick.
But I'm just saying, when you don't practice, you actually feel sometimes better then you
that's a great debate. We could
I should say a couple of days of practice.
We could probably have a whole podcast on just Thursday night games.
Yeah, we should get Bill here to discuss that. You think he'll give us much? Well, he already says he talks to the media 6 out of 7 days. I don't think he's looking for extra.
We could do it in the off season.
Yeah,
you'll be responsible.
He probably be on this boat.
Well, you could be responsible for doing that, getting that guest for us.
I did get you here, huh? It's all in my wheelhouse.
Good luck with that.
You play. Oh, you had back-to-back great games, huh? Played well against
listen.
I can't be the media right now. Jason McCourty. How does it feel? You went from getting cut in camp to now. You played whatever percent. I don't know the percent of plays. You started the last 2 games. You were getting cut
from the outhouse to the penthouse.
That's all right. That's all right.
Takes a day. You'd be right back in the outhouse.
You'd be on the outhouse.
Man, it wasn't about me, man. It was cool though to go out there Thursday night, get a win. I think I've already played in more primetime games this season than I have like the last few years, but long wait for the games, but it was fun, man. And obviously I didn't know the camera would be on me after the game in the locker room.
This guy is so excited after every win in the locker room.
Bro, it's hard to win in the NFL.
I walked in the locker room, Hogan was like, bro, get your brother.
I mean, if I knew they were recording me, I would have saved it for the cameras to have left.
I've seen that all over my Twitter.
Yeah, I'm watching, and I was just like, no,
that's good, bro. That's pure excitement.
Yeah, but
there's nothing wrong with that. That's emotion.
Yeah, emotion for the moment for the guys, not really for But
shout out, man.
But you're right. It's fun to win.
You look like you're having fun. Big test coming up.
Huge test coming up.
Got the best team in football. Between them and them Rams, best team in football right now.
2 undefeated.
We've talked about Pat Mahomes for weeks about how well he's played, and now we got to go take him on. So, actually, we was on Quick Slants Monday, and Tom Curran asked us who's the biggest threat, and I said I thought it was Pat Mahomes because he touches the ball every play. Obviously, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins is a problem. Conley, like all those guys.
In the backfield.
Hunt is a huge problem.
Pick your poison.
But when you got a guy who controls how those weapons will hurt you a lot of the times, to me, he's a one guy you have to stop. When you play the Patriots, the one guy you want to have a bad day will always be Tom Brady.
Yeah, definitely.
It is what it is. The quarterback touches the ball so much.
Yeah, and when you turn their film on, man, they're just everywhere. You just see speed all over the field, running around, and they're a team that's going to be tough to match up with. But I think that's something that you relish in this league. You get an opportunity to play against the best.
The best way you heard it so far was if you like competition and you love football, there's no place you'd rather be Sunday night than at Gillette Stadium.
The goal is doing everything you possibly can.
Every time I've heard Bill say that, I know it's a big week. We got that against Pittsburgh last year. I've gotten that other times against Pittsburgh. Like we played them Sunday night. My rookie year was similar to that. I don't know. We've had some big ones where he said that, and you just get that feeling like this is a big game,
and it's fun. That's what it's all about. You think back to back in your Pop Warner days where you may have a Friday night game or something like that. And that was everything to you. The pressure that
no more Sunday at 11 a.m.
Yeah. And then you get to high school and it's the same way. Obviously we went to St. Joe's. We took an L this weekend. We lost to our arch rival Bergen Catholic. But you can
we'll hear it. Oh, maybe Cushion watches this and he'll be texting us.
Yeah.
Hey, but
talking trash.
If you don't know, if you're from Jersey, you follow Jersey sports, we got to play for a legend. Tony Karsich. They named the field after him, Coach Karsich. So that was awesome.
Well deserved.
Definitely, a lot of wins.
But yeah, I mean, you think about back in high school, those Friday night games.
Friday Night Lights.
Amazing. But like it was the biggest thing in your life. Like if you had a bad game, it was just like everything was over. And you think about it, obviously it's not to that extent now, but it's just the fun, the anticipation, the anxiety too that never kind of is mentioned of just if it leads up to a week-to-week basis with games of you're preparing, but it's also when that game comes, you're anxious, you want to go out there, you want to succeed, and it's just like that's something I say to myself before every game, like, hey, just free me. Let me just go out there and just play free of failure, free of success, just free of everything.
Just have fun.
Just go out there and try to have fun. So
it
took me 10 years to realize that, but trying to incorporate that in my game. So,
what also happened Thursday night? Tom Brady, 500 TDs.
Forget about 500. He threw 500 touchdowns to 71 different wide receivers.
That's a lot of football.
The GOAT.
That's a lot of football.
And he just does it, and it's just like, I remember being on other teams and it was just like you just take it for granted. Like you just, especially
and
here,
then how he got to 500. Threw it up to JG.
My guy JG, go
double
up and
coverage,
get it.
go get the rock.
Go up and get it.
I just love the energy in the stadium when that happens. Like I've been here for a while, so
he hit him with the Gronk spot.
yeah. But I've seen Tom, break a couple records since I've been here. Long list of them, and just to see how in tune the stadium is. Obviously, the players aren't always in tune because Dola gave away. I think that was a 400 TD pass. Dola gave it away. So like, it just shows you.
Get it back?
Yeah, ended up getting it back. So the guy who gave it back probably got hooked up, like Tom Brady signed jersey, like all of that. But Dola catches it and he's like, hands it to it's like, oh, bro. But it was cool to see this Thursday night. For one, the stadium was rocking.
So were you jealous that like they were cheering harder for when Josh caught that pass for Josh than they have for you?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm asking you. I'm not.
That doesn't even make sense.
What?
You paying attention to this interview? Bro, that was like a media type question. Don't be that guy you go in the media when you retire, ask stupid questions. Like, they have we don't have a meter. Like, oh man,
every stadium has a meter.
Oh man, Josh was hard. Well,
I'm just stating.
Come on, man.
You had a big turnover in that game Thursday.
Yeah, it helped us, but I gave up a couple touchdowns.
I was gonna keep the interview positive. I wasn't gonna get into that.
It is what it is.
It's a new week, new mindset.
I mean, we talking about the past. We talking about the game.
I only want to embellish on the positive though.
Okay, that's cool. But I mean, we threw it out there.
Like I said, after the game,
turnover, they threw me side by side with Teddy Brew.
Good and the bad. I'd rather take it with a win.
Yeah, I said that. I've said that plenty of times.
Nah, it was my quote to you after the game.
Whatever. Damn, my Man of the Year trophies look nice. Not man nominee. No, they can't see it, but it still looks nice. It's a focus on us. Oh, there we go. Ooh, let me slide that over right there.
Man of the Year.
Oh, that's yours. Slide that. Oh, my laptop thing is breaking. Come on, slide over so you can see.
Come on, don't touch my setup, man. Don't touch my setup.
Let's get back to business.
Man? Yeah, definitely. How do you feel? You're in the locker room. Best player does an interview, talks about need more life, need more heart, need more energy. You mad about it? You take it as a Kickstarter. Lil Wayne's in the interview. Shout out Wayne.
Yep.
Young Money Football.
Young
Sports
Money
agency.
That's what we signed to, yeah. Side note.
What do you think?
It's interesting. I think the greatest thing that people don't understand is relationships inside the locker room. So to me, if I seen that and it's you doing it, I'm like, I know where he's coming from because I know him. I know his heart. I know his intentions. So I get that. And I think that's what matters more than the outside when people are looking. It's like, dang, he said this about the team. Like when people say that, even if I had to say that about the situation, like I don't know their relationships inside that locker room. I don't know if that's what the locker room needed at that time. If they needed to be called out and have something to talk about to be like, hey, man, let's go prove this. Everybody's saying, what he said is true, and let's go. You know what I mean? It didn't work. I mean, they lost, but I think they went out. I didn't watch the game, but it seemed close. So it seemed like a very competitive game. But I think a lot of that really depends on the relationships in that locker room. Sometimes things like that can break a team. Sometimes things like that brings a team together and they start playing their best football. So it'll be interesting to watch. I think he's a guy that's obviously a veteran now. He's a leader now. So
that's an interesting take. I guess I haven't heard that perspective of just like the mindset of guys in the locker room, like of knowing, like it's not like he's a random person just talking about it. He's a guy that's in there. And I think you also know like that's him. Yeah, passionate guy, wears the emotions on his sleeves. And but at the end of the day, you deal with that in the locker room.
And I thought they've done a good job
of not. It's not going to be thrown out in the media. They're not going to have this guy said that. Now he responded with that. It's just like, nah, we handled it.
I've always thought that was stupid. Like you see a guy every day, and it, like especially that sometimes it'd be like that with a coach and a player. And like, well, how do you feel about what he said? Yeah. And it's like, how I feel, I talked to him. Like we talked already.
And that was cool to see that. I saw they asked Eli about it, and he said he doesn't watch much of Lil Wayne. Listen to much of Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne actually responded and just said
he's a huge. He's always in the sports. And stuff.
They're both from New Orleans, hometown guys that have made it huge. Eli obviously a beast in this league, and Lil Wayne a beast in the music industry. And he said he didn't care if he listened to him, watched him, or what. He was gonna be a fan just because he holding it down for the hometown. That's pretty cool. I thought he was gonna come back put him in a diss track, but
that's love.
The article actually was like, now we got sports and rap beef all enter.
I feel like one of his next songs will be shouting Eli out. He'll talk about him.
Album was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I like.
What's going on in group chat?
Group chat. I mean, come on, segue better. I mean, this is the next segment we call "What's Up in the Group Chat."
What's being talked about
each week? We talk about different things.
You got a lot of group chats, though.
I do have a lot of group chats. So I'm pretty cool. HBO has a documentary though. We don't even know what the documentary's called, bro. Talk about what let me Google see what.
One of our former teammates, Shamar Graves, is in it, and it just talks about. I haven't watched it yet, but it talks about should college athletes be paid or not, and I think
it talks about the hardships. Obviously it's produced by LeBron James.
I mean, I think that's something that is legit, because obviously being in that position, being in those shoes, having being in a locker room with 100 guys or whatever it is, everybody comes from different backgrounds. And you talk about there are kids that go into college and they're coming from backgrounds where their family is struggling. Mm-hmm. Mom, dad, brother, siblings are struggling. And you talk about now you get into college and you see so many guys have violated this NCAA violation, violated that one, being suspended, being kicked out of school, accepting money here, accepting a car deal here, whatever it is. And it's just when you get into the nitty gritty and you get to know a guy and you understand what he's going through, it's just like, man, how do you alleviate a lot of this?
How do you focus on school, your sport, when you got brothers and sisters can't eat?
Somebody's being evicted. It's tough. And then you see
what I hate the most is, even if you make it through college, you see guys play 4 years of school, whatever. You see some of the top guys, play well in college, but they're not the NFL mold, so they never make it in the NFL. But they've made colleges millions of dollars, whether in jersey sales, TV rights,
missed out on internships, opportunities.
They've missed out on multiple job opportunities, and now everybody's like, "All right, man, go be great in life."
So my one thing with it though is just that, I guess, to play.
How do you pay him?
How do you pay him?
See, I think it's all trial and error. Like, we don't get paid the same guys were getting paid in the 1960s.
But I'm just saying,
things happen. So you pick how you want to pay him.
So we went to Rutgers. Obviously, you look at Rutgers. We don't get into too many details.
But I don't think each school needs to pay the same necessarily.
So if I'm being recruited,
well, then you can't. Yes.
If I'm being recruited by Rutgers and I'm being recruited by Alabama, not to say those two schools you're going to be like this. I mean, I'm not
opposite ends.
But I'm just saying at the same time.
But it's the same thing.
If school A can pay me X amount of dollars and school B can only pay me half of what school A can pay me, I'm going to school A. So now
I don't think there's a perfect payment way, but I think getting paid something is better than not getting paid anything. So like, yes, you will have issues, just like when the Players Association is doing CBA with the NFL. Like, there will be things that we don't like, but to me, that's a part of, like, instead of having like these guys struggling to make ends meet, struggling in life, to get a job, to have working skills that you can put on a resume and people say,
you're still going to have those same issues while the guy's getting paid.
You still will, but at least you now have time. Like, when you graduate school, like, there's times that you have $10 in the bank.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And I just think about just some of our teammates, guys that now we're able to use some of those traits, like to become officers or federal agents or doing things like that, getting into coaching. But that's such a small.
I won't disagree with that, because the time that you take up as
some guys don't have time to waste.
Football, you don't have the time that work, but it's just like, at the same time, to me, until there's, and maybe I'm just ignorant towards it, and there is a pace, somebody's come up with a way to pay that makes.
I'm sure
a lot of
someone
sense.
has come up,
but to me,
right
it's
now
just
the NCAA,
so tough.
I mean, it's so silly though. Like, we have guys that get suspended for the craziest things and they're out for the year. And whatever happened with Urban Meyer and all that, he gets 3 games, he's right back.
Yeah,
that has
not
no
just
effect.
him. You look at basketball coaches; it's the same thing.
Yeah, like, you 12 game suspension for violating the rules, and it's like that does nothing to do in a career. But if a senior gets suspended for 4 or 5 games and he has 11 games left in football to make it or do something, you know what I mean? So like, all of that is so messed up. Guys transfer, you got to wait out a year. Guy could leave his job and go get paid more, millions more to make, and he just leaves those kids and like, well, dang, he left. I want to leave. Yeah, you got to sit out a year.
That's true.
Or you got to try to get a hardship, and you need them to review it and agree.
That's a lot of things that don't make sense. And like you said, you get a coach suspended, you may be suspended for the first 3 games, and they may be the 3 games that mean absolutely nothing to, and they're sitting there walking out the same way Steve Kerr walked out the other night when he got kicked out of the preseason game. He walks out and he told the ref, hell, I don't want to be here anyway. Like, I'm ready to go into the locker room. So
I like Steve Kerr, man. Steve Kerr, very open, speaks his mind.
He high-fived and laughed with DeMarcus Cousins on the way out. Like,
I feel like the NBA preseason is so different than the NFL preseason. I feel like,
in what ways?
I feel like in the NFL preseason, everyone talks about it being a dress rehearsal. If you don't look sharp in the first quarter, people are like, the starters didn't look sharp for that team. It's a question mark how they come out and open the season. And like NBA, I'll be on like
so-and-so got beat for 2 touchdowns.
But I'll be on Instagram and they'll be like, you can tell it's NBA preseason. You got guys walking into each other, missing layups, and everybody's just laughing. And it's like, it's the NBA preseason. Like, guys,
Steve Kerr doesn't want to be there.
The Lakers are out there having a ball, like guys playing defense. They're all hopping around. The Cavs, somebody crossed Jason Tatum. He fell, and the Cavs on the bench. Tristan Thompson's making a crossover. J.R. Smith's falling. I'm like, man, these guys, you going to do that after you know the Celtics going to give it to you probably 4 times this year?
We don't want to
beat you by 20 points.
I don't want to get into too much of how the season's going to go, but Tristan Thompson did
we'll hit that next week.
He did, but he did say the Cavs are the team to beat.
Talking greasy. He must not have read any. You
know how when you go on NFL, you can go on transactions.
He's not on that.
He ain't seen none of Cleveland.
He must still be looking at that fat head they got of LeBron, thinking he's still there.
Did you see they redid their locker room?
No.
So they redid their locker room. Dope.
Awesome.
Super cool. But LeBron's locker was like in the corner of the locker room, I guess. So what they did was they ended up putting a towel closet where his locker used to be. So I guess when they redid it, how as like where Steph's locker's right on the end right now in our locker, you just turn that into a towel closet and stuff towels in it, and there's no locker now. So LeBron James' locker doesn't exist.
I don't know how I feel about that. Let's leave it empty. Just leave the locker empty.
No, they got to move on. They got time for that. Just like we're gonna move on.
Leave it empty.
Just like we're gonna move on. Eric Reid signed. Carolina Panthers.
Not only just signed, still went out there, played Sunday, took a knee in the pregame. And I thought what was awesome reading an article where all the guys talked about how much they supported him. Julius Peppers, they said, gave him a hug, shook his hand after, and told him, like he wanted him to feel no matter what he did. He supported him. And I thought it was interesting reading an article, reading some of Eric Reid's quotes. This morning I found out the officer who killed Tamir Rice was rehired. I feel that's unacceptable. He feels, Reid said, Kavanaugh was voted into the Supreme Court. That's unacceptable. I feel our country is moving backwards. The only way to change that is to keep talking about it and keep raising awareness and keep doing what we're doing. And I just thought that was a very good way to explain. I think a lot of times people see, oh, these guys are protesting. He's taking a knee for the anthem. He's disrespecting the flag. And he told you exactly some of the things that are on his mind when he sat there and took a knee. I'm sure those were things going through his mind on why he was doing it. And then he still said it was bittersweet playing because while he was playing, Kaepernick was back at his house with his kids watching the game, and he knows he deserves to be out there. And I've said it, you've said it numerous times. Feel like both of those guys deserve to be in this league, and I just thought it was awesome to see week 5 the Panthers bring him in, embrace him with open arms, and now I think it's great that he's back and he's able to be on a platform to push his message. And I think what guys have been doing throughout the league, the Malcolm Jenkins, the Josh Normans, the Mario Davis, Slate, me, just continuing to do those things. Chris Long, can't leave out Joel. Just continue, no matter what the backlash is, how people feel, to just keep doing, raising awareness.
Yeah, that's something I think you always have to respect, is that you have people that are, whatever their actions they're doing, they're standing up for something that they believe in. And I think what we continue to do is we continue to focus on what the protest action is, the need of the fist, whatever the case it may be. And that's just, I hate it because that's just not the important piece of anything. So for me, it's just like I move right along past that and get right into the quotes you said, because to me that is the important stuff, and I'm not.
But the knee makes you go and look.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like whatever the gesture is, whatever it is, you look at it, and I would wish when people see it, what would spark in their mind is just like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
Like whether you like it, dislike it, whatever the case is, it's just why is he doing this? Let me go look up online and see what he's saying for his purpose of doing this. And now when you go read why he's doing it, now agree or disagree with whatever his reasons are, not what the action is, because that's just
not wanting to hear
the bridge to get you to go on and read what he's talking about.
And if you say no right away and shut it down, you just don't want to listen.
You don't want to listen.
And I think that's what's awesome about being in a locker room. You have guys that trust each other, who get to know each other because of the game of football. And now when we're not talking about football and X's and O's and we're talking about life, we are very willing to listen to each other because we trust it, we respect it, and we know you have a different opinion because you're from here, you've done this. But I just love that guys are very willing to listen to each other.
Well, we're from the same place.
Yeah, we get that part. But I think the more we could get guys to just listen to each other, see what you're talking about, and I think that opens your eyes, and you might not agree with everything, but you might read and say, you might read just one thing and say, dang, the officer who killed Tamir Rice got rehired? Like, what? Nah, I don't like, you know what I mean? I think those are things that are very important. Like, I will always say, when we went to the Listen and Learn, and Jonathan Kraft heard that at that point, juvenile system, 7-year-olds could be charged and have a record, stuck out for him. It didn't matter if he agreed or heard anything, but that one thing of sitting there and like, that's just wrong. And I think that's where it starts, when you're able to just put an ear to it and listen and hear it. Everything moves people differently. Everything might touch you, one thing might touch someone, but that might be one extra resource now to try to create a solution to a problem. And I think that's awesome. So all us NFL players, I think, getting involved, doing all these great things. Can't wait to my cause, my cleats, to see all the things that guys are doing, from social injustice, raising awareness for different things, whether that's diseases, illnesses, different charities and foundations. I just love it. It's great stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
more than an athlete.
Definitely. And I think part of, like you just said, making a difference right now, registering to vote, things like that. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
I think that is huge. I think we saw with the last presidential election, voting is very important on who we want to represent us, who we want in office.
You got to take advantage of it. Don't complain after the fact.
I've been a part of some great things, seeing Anquan Bolden in Florida, helping restoring people's rights to vote, people with criminal records who couldn't vote, getting those things expunged. And sometimes it's just not being able to pay off some legal fees and things like that with the courts, and so you can't register to vote because you still have that. So clearing some people's names, but I think we have some things that stop people from voting that sometimes might make sense, but I think sometimes it just doesn't. So I think trying to help that, and then people who have the right to vote to go register to
exercise
vote.
it. No doubt about it.
I think we just got to be on it.
Yeah, I think when you do stuff like that, it enables you to have a chance to win.
Yep.
You win your rights to vote. You win whoever you want, and whether you get that person or not, you don't, but you exercise. Right. And to me, that's getting a win.
I printed out mine to mail in for me and my wife.
Yeah, print mine out too.
You're in Tennessee. I don't know how to do that. I'm in Jersey, so I'll
figure it out.
Good job, buddy.
Talking about winning, who won?
No. We're gonna talk about my TV shows, bro.
I don't want to talk about.
All right, you don't got to talk about the other one, but a show that everybody needs to check out. Obviously, another Lebron produced, Liberty City Warriors on Starz. Awesome show. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody watches
LeBron
used
paying
to watch
you for this
Friday Night Tykes, but it's in Miami, and I had a lot of former teammates in college from this area. So just talking to them, we had college teammates that played at Northwest, which this Pop Warner team is right there, and a lot of these kids go on to play for Northwestern High School. And it was just cool to see. Like, it sad at moments, a young kid died.
I haven't seen the show.
Oh, well, I'm just saying it's a very good show. Youth football. They got guys like
Stars.
They got guys like Freeman from Atlanta, Duke Johnson, your former teammate in Cleveland, Chad Johnson, Tim Brown played with us at all these guys played for this youth football team. Uncle Luke started it back in the day, co-founder. Uncle Luke the U. Dang, I wish we would have talked about this with Vince. Like, it's all good.
But I'm watching a new show, A Million Little Things. I'll put you on. Good show.
Solid. Family show.
Yeah.
If you got a little boo thing, sit down, put your arm around. Hit him with one of those, put your arm around.
That doesn't work.
Sit and watch. First 5 minutes of the pilot is out of control.
That doesn't work, though.
Out of control.
That move you just did.
You started with there and then you get it here.
One week we got to bring the wives on the show. Drew Brees won the weekend. I'll just say that by far.
Big boy win.
I mean, they stopped the whole game.
Yeah, I think that was awesome, though. I think that was one of those things that, like, he's won. He's number one. Like, it takes a while. I don't even know how far behind Brady is, but, like, Brady's the only one, like, currently right now. Everybody else is like, dang, someday Patrick Mahomes will catch him. You know, someday Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, but like we don't know that. Yeah. Like you don't know that future, but to see like
all time
to see Brett Favre do that, and then to see Peyton Manning do it, and like, wow, who's gonna catch Brett? Peyton catches him, and I'm sure at that time it was, you know, someday Peyton Manning will have a chance, and he catches him, and then it's like, oh, I don't know, will Drew Brees get there? Will his career go on?
Well, Peyton Manning had the record for 1,000 days.
That
was a cool video he did. That was pretty funny. He was chopping up
salad for his kids, making a wedge salad.
Watching Drew break his record, but it was cool.
He told it was the best 1,000 days, and now he doesn't know what he'll do. Yeah. Because he's not tossing that ball around anymore. So it was pretty funny. He wasn't serious too. I don't know if you didn't see it.
Pizza.
I don't know what he's doing. I know he's making a lot of money off the field.
Nationwide is on your side. He's on those commercials.
Obviously, you didn't do karaoke with that.
But what was cool, hearing Drew Brees after the game talking about it, and he talked about two of the most influential people in his career was his mom and his grandfather, and they're no longer here, and how important it was for him to do something like that for them. And although they're not there, they helped them to get to that stage, and accomplishing something like that was really cool. So just hearing, I thought
it was cool. He told his kids too on the side, you can put hard work, you can accomplish anything.
And it's just like, we don't always get to see that, even as players, but definitely fans at home. You don't always get to see that personal side of, or maybe what we describe it as somebody's why they do what they do.
That's true.
And within a locker room, that's what you want to build on. The more I know why you do what you do, who your wife is, how many kids you have, it just helps to understand the guy. You know what I mean?
Who won? Who else won?
How you say his name?
Khabib?
I don't know. I didn't even watch the fight.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. We was pretty sad on this one. Neither one of us watched it.
You said you watched some of it, most of it.
No, I watched highlights. I didn't watch it. It was,
I had a busy weekend.
One of those things. It was one of those things.
I was washing clothes. I was at baby reveals.
It was one of those things. We went to the baby reveal, and then I went to eat after. You went to eat after, and then once you got home, it was like, I'm looking like, man, it's just me and my wife. Am I about to pay $60 or whatever it is to order this?
You got it.
I'm like, but I don't watch UFC.
You
like
got
that.
it.
I mean, I went to Duron's house when we watched McGregor get whooped on by Floyd, which we all knew was gonna happen. But I thought it was, the ultimate win for my man, because he whooped him right there. Bam, bam. He hit him with a nice right. He slipped.
And then he got up out of there, though.
Tapped out. And then you know what I mean? As soon as he tapped out, he turned right outside the cage, and he was talking greasy to somebody. And the security was kind of chill with him.
Like you talking. Walk it.
Chilling
like you
talking. And next thing you know, he was like, shoot, shoot, shoot.
He walked it.
Flying kick into the stand. That brings us right into who lost the weekend.
McGregor and his whole crew.
McGregor whole crew lost the weekend.
They did.
Because you can't.
No, literally.
Because then as soon as he jumped out there and started whooping up on McGregor's boys out there, his boys jumped in the octagon, started whooping up on McGregor. And everybody like, oh.
I didn't realize that.
Everybody was like, oh, man, you can't do that. He's blah, blah, blah. That man said he talked about my religion. He talked about, I think he said my mother. He said, man, like, this got personal.
Ain't no rules.
And, McGregor, top 5 trash talkers, though. Elite with it.
No
Elite trash talker. So when it goes down like that, you just got to take your L. Last night took an L, but I bounced. Like, that's what he's looking for now.
He's going to have a huge bounce back.
He's looking for that bounce back. What can he do? What will bring him back? Like, That's just tough. It goes like that sometimes.
Before we get out of here, though, I want to shout out Damon Harrison. Donated $20,000 of his own money to the recovery efforts in North Carolina.
That's awesome.
Following the Hurricane Florence. So
more than like an athlete.
Yeah, definitely. Something like that. Want to highlight, talk about that. Obviously, a guy that's from that area, and I think, and just to be able to do something like that. Obviously, hurricane, natural disasters are awful. So there's a lot of people in need. So that's awesome that he was able to do that. We should mimic him and send some help that way as well.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, we need people. Hey, this is off the top of the head. Let us know who you'd like to see on the show. Tweet us. Let us know. I know. Don't say Brady. Like Brady. Like, I mean, if we get Brady, that'd be cool. But
he's not coming to Dev's basement.
For one, the man.
I don't blame him. I don't know why I'm here.
The man's 41, bro. He got when he leave, he got to get that body back.
Go.
So don't put Brady. Maybe we could get Jules or Gronk or somebody. We'll see.
We can't get Bill.
Yeah, put the people that's probably that we could afford to get here. You know what I mean? Like that we could give a bottle of water. You know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe we'll get Jules sent us his book Relentless.
Some Defiance Fuel.
Yeah, like David Andrews is my neighbor, so
we might be
he's high on the list. Great personality too, and you guys don't know him, so that
that's debatable. No, I'm not gonna say that. Last time we did the podcast, Dave tweeted us, and
he was angry.
We didn't answer his question on the podcast.
Wasn't it to put
was there pineapples on pizza? We didn't answer, and he didn't talk to us for the next week. Yeah. We're at Couples Bible Study, and he tells his wife, "I can't sit next to McCourty because I'm not talking to either one of them." So we gotta make sure we get them on. But as we head on out, reminder: you already know audio version is on iTunes.
Mama, we made it.
Video version is on YouTube. Just search Double Coverage with the McCourty Twins. Make sure you subscribe both places. Soon as we drop a new podcast, it'll be to you ASAP.
Subscribe.
You didn't even get tongue-tied.
Subscribe.
Once again, thanking our partners, Boston Medical Center, Next Step, Embrace Kids. We're partnering together to tackle sickle cell.
You don't have to only watch us on this podcast weekly. You can come hang out with us October 22nd
at the Royale.
At Royale in Boston. Come. TackleSickleCell.org. TackleSickleCell.org. Check it out. Get tickets. Like I said, great prizes. Got anything you want. You got roulette, you got blackjack. You gonna really feel like you in the casino winning money. Like
my wife's a roulette type girl.
Plenty of times I went and I don't see my wife for the 3 or 4 hours we're there.
Run your household, don't run around it.
She's fully engaged.
That's the topic for today. Run your household, don't run around it. That's what we're leaving you on.
But don't leave and take that home and have your wife make you sleep on the couch. You might run your household, but nothing's worse than a bad back.
Run your house, don't run around it. Peace.
No bad backs.